I'm Pam.
And I'm Keith, and this is the
PK's
Movie Critique. Well, as you know, as y'all know, last week we saw one of the worst movies of the year, and hopefully this movie will be a little bit better. Now, I know I said when I did the critique we was going to do it Friday, but you know, that was Cinco de Mayo, so you can't do it during that time. Plus, you wouldn't let me.
Not after you had your margaritas.
Yeah, so, okay, and so, now we're going to get ready for, what we need to get started with, the movie critique.
Battle sequences so intense, you'll have to remember to breathe.
You good? I'm good.
Guy Ritchie's The Covenant, rated R, now playing in theaters. Critics are calling Guy Ritchie's The Covenant one of the most incredible displays of courage ever portrayed on film.
The interpreter saved my life.
With battle sequences so intense, you'll have to remember to breathe.
You good? I'm good.
Guy Ritchie's The Covenant, rated R, now playing in theaters.
Well, as y'all saw, it was a short trailer, and it was during the time of battle, and it was The Covenant. It's a war action movie, rated R, 2 hours and 5 minutes long. It's the starting of the war in Afghanistan after 9/11. I think the director was Guy Ritchie.
Guy Ritchie.
Guy Ritchie.
Used to be Madonna's husband.
Oh, and he did a pretty good job explaining what they had to go through to do the actions that they did. Was it true? I don't know, but it was believable, you know. So, but it starred Jake Gyllenhaal, who was John Kinley, and he was the main character, who was called the Sarge. Now, Dar Salim, which was Ahmed, he was the interpreter who kept calling him Captain, and then he got corrected by the Sarge after the Sarge started liking him. So, it was pretty good. And then it also had Anthony Starr, who was Eddie Parker, and Emily Beecham, who was John's wife, Caroline Kinney, and Caroline, you know.
You are butchering names today.
Yeah. And Farb Shikaham, who...
Can't see that one to tell you.
Bizarre. You know, those were some of the characters during the movie, you know. But the ones you had to remember is the interpreter, John, his wife, and...
The interpreter's wife.
Yeah, the interpreter's wife. So, therefore, and if you pay attention to those, you would understand the layout of the movie. So, like I said, the movie starts out in the when a Army Special Ops team in their interpreters was killed in battle before the movie started, and the head sergeant has several to choose from, and the guy said, he said what he did and everything, and who he chose, and the sergeant paid attention to him, and he chose him. Well, just because you choose somebody or something don't mean you trust them. So he did the right thing, and he didn't trust him until he proved his loyalty. Well, you know, it don't take long in the movie for him to do that. So now, Ahmed was the interpreter. Ahmed, he was known in the villages, and he chose to be the interpreter to help the Americans to get a fast visa for him and his family to come to the United States. Well, the local residents, you know, they disapproved of it, or they called him a traitor because most of them were Taliban, you know, so you can understand why they didn't approve of the way he did. Now, during the movie, he proves himself several times to be trustworthy, and after a long ordeal, he had to go underground to hide from the Taliban. Well, the sergeant, he got sent home, and he goes through this whole process of trying to get him and his family the visa. But it's kind of hard to give them a visa when it says, you know, they got to do a background check on them. And one of his kids is only, 9 months old?
It's the only one he's got.
Well, 9 months old, and they're hiding underground, so they don't know where he lives. So the background check and the residence is null and void. So, well, and so he gets all frustrated, and he gets on the phone from one department to the other department.
That's the sergeant talking, not the Ahmed.
Yeah, the sergeant is trying to get, and he has to go through all of these departments to try and get the visas. After hours and hours and hours
days
of being on hold, which, hey, that's almost like it is now, right?
Pretty much.
So, you know, he gets one of his old colonels to help him get the visa. So, but since nobody knows where he is, he had to do his search to find him. So now, I think there may have been another movie in 2006, but I don't know it, you know, but like I said, well, it shows that all the red tape that you had to go through to do something, and eventually the visas does come through. But is it too late? Well, you'll have to go and see if he makes it here or not. You know, so was there any cover the ears?
Lots.
These are military people. They don't cuss that much.
Okay.
Or does it cuss a lot?
A lot.
I can't believe that. I trust these military people, and you know they wouldn't use foul language. that must be the Hollywood actors doing that one and not the military.
Probably.
Right. So, but was there any cover the eyes?
Oh, was there? I didn't see any except, dead bodies when they shoot them.
Yeah, no, there wasn't no cover the eyes scenes. So, what was your snore rating?
I gave it a 2. It got slow at one point, and 15 minutes? I got a quick nap in.
Yeah, 15 minutes after a 2-hour movie. Or during it. Heck, I do that more at the house than I do at the theater.
Yeah, how was Blue Bloods the other night, bub?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen it.
I have.
So, what's your overall rating?
I give it an 8.
You gave it 8? I would almost agree with you. 7 or 8 because of the actions and
Yeah.
everything that was going through, showing how the government responds and stuff. Yeah, I'd give it a 7 or 8. Now, since it is a war movie, her giving it an 8, it has to be a very good movie.
Yeah, it's decent.
Yeah, so now, do I think there's going to be well, there is no trailer at the end, so you don't have to worry about that. Once you see the credits are rolling, you can get up and go. Now, will there be a sequel? It will have to. They could do a sequel, but it would have to be different people. And I reckon it could be like SEAL Team on the CBS. Have other characters involved. So now, you think it was worth full price?
It'd be full price. I mean, you could get by with full price on that one, and I don't say that very often.
Yes, especially with it being a war movie. Normally she don't want to see them, but after she chose that movie last week.
I didn't choose it. You did.
No, she let me see this one here to make up for what she did.
No, you picked that bad one. No, you did that one too.
Well, so yes, it's worth full price. And it will be a good collection for your DVD.
Sleepy?
Always. Okay. Now here's some spoilers. There's not many spoilers in it since it's a war movie. So go ahead and turn your sound down or turn it off. Okay. Now, at the beginning, now pay attention and see why the interpreter is working with the U.S. besides for the visa. It slowly tells what all is going on during the movie, but you got to pay attention to it. Now, if you was driving down the road in the Jeep and it takes you 45 minutes to get somewhere, how long would it take you to get back if your Jeep blew up? Well, how long do you think, Pam?
Depends on how fast you walk.
Yeah, well, don't forget, there's bullets could be flying over your head. There could be people chasing you. There could be dogs. Oh yeah, and no animals was hurt or killed during the movie. That's one. It did say that during this one. So, but it seemed like it'd take took months or weeks at least to get back. Either that or they didn't have a good compass or a good map, you know. Now, maybe you could also learn why the soldiers supports getting the ones to help them get here, and the government wants to prevent it. You know, because in the process, you've always heard, you know, all the TV shows and stuff on the news where they'll say a SEAL team got somebody that was working with them back, you know, and they didn't have to go through the channels, but a lot of them did have to go through the channels and they didn't come back, you know. I think there was like over 1,800 people that they promised visas and stuff that never got them, and they got killed, or their families got killed because they were helping the United States. So the government doesn't do a very good job keeping their promises.
We should know that.
But they shouldn't know that, though. You know, you figure, hey, yeah, I'll do this here for you. You know, if you do this here, yeah, I'll help you. If they had anybody in the United States.
Look how they're fibbering nowadays.
Yeah.
You can't believe a thing that comes out of most of them's mouth that are in office.
Yeah. And also, while you're watching it, try and keep track of the number of hours John is on hold on the telephone. I lost count after, about 2 days, you know, because he will yell at him, don't put me on hold, I've been on hold for 6-7 hours. So see if you could keep track of them. Now, one thing that I could understand is, well, I do not understand, is
Why? How'd you get up today?
during the process, why don't they send drones out?
Did they have them? They weren't that far along in 9/11.
But do they do it now?
I'm sure they do. They won't say they do.
But you send drones over and you look for the ambushes before you send your troops. You know, I don't know what they do. So, but it would save a bunch of lives and may cost a little bit more to do it, but you know what? If you have 20 people killed and $100,000 in insurance, you know, that's what, $2 million that they're saving. So, and how much does a drone cost? 15 mil, 20 mil. So, but keep track of it and talk to. I don't understand why they don't do that for everything. Okay. So tonight, sorry it's late, and what's going to be our next one?
I am Groot.
Oh, Galaxy. So
Guardians of the Galaxy.
yeah. So our next one will be Guardians of the Galaxy. It's coming. It came out Friday.
Yeah, it came out Friday.
So okay. So until then, good night. Have fun and critique it all.
See ya.